All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Actually, good afternoon from me to you. Um, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Hope you're having a good one. So today I got my schedule a little mixed up, and I was not able to, basically was not able to get to the office to stream today, but I did get to play a couple of games with our boy Alfred, which is why he is the centerpiece of the stream thumbnail today. So I just wanted to go over my observations and sort of how the games went, and sort of my reflections on the uh, the the pieces in the deck. So, for anyone that doesn't already know, this is the current setup of the deck. So we have Wingle Brave into Tranquilia, Blaster Blade, and Alfred. Tranquilia on ride, when ridden upon, makes you reveal 3 differently graded cards from your hand, and then lets you check the top 5 cards of your deck for a grade 1. If you don't call a grade 1 off of that off of that check, sorry, then you get to call Tranquilia himself from the soul. Blaster Blade on rearguard ride, counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. If you did not retire a card, you draw a card instead. Then second ability, just for full coverage here. When this unit is placed on a rear, counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or greater rear guards and retire it. Then Alfred's abilities are during your turn, this unit cannot be boosted, and if your soul has a Blaster Blade, this unit gets 2k for each of your rear guards. If it gets 8k or more, then and your Vanguard is your opponent's Vanguard, sorry, is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets 1 crit. Very classic for anyone that has seen Alfred in any of his previous iterations. He's very much similar in that regard. So you can't boost him, but he gains power with the power of friendship, I like to say, for each of your rear guards. And then the only weird interaction that I wish would have changed, that would have been different, I mean, is requiring the Blaster Blade and Soul. Generally, unless you're playing against Prison, you won't have much of a problem with keeping him in your soul, but yeah, it is just an odd thing to have the entire deck, not the entire deck, but a very big pain point of the deck being contingent on having the Blaster Blade out. So um, hopefully we get ways to put Blaster Blades into Soul um, in the future. But yeah, we'll just have to see where this kind of goes. Again, in the Prison matchup, I can see this being a bit of a problem. But anywhere else, you're kind of fine. But it does limit the amount of soul blasting that you can do in the deck. Anyway, moving on, we have 3 copies of King of Knights Alfred for Persona. Currently, 3 copies of Brilliant Wings Star Dragon Virgilla. So it is also regarded as Soul Saver Dragon. If you haven't tuned into the older streams, this is because in the Vanguard Skyride manga, Zero Tendo, who plays the Virgilla deck, has an interaction with Aichi. So yeah, they kind of take on the forms of Soul Saver, and Zero himself takes the form of Galatine. And it's really weird that we didn't get the Galatine promo in the festival booster this year, but for some reason Korea is. It's not not very clear as to why they did that, but yeah, um, just yeah, it's just manga stuff that this is happening. So next ability, during your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Alfred and its card name, this unit gets 5k, and if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, it gets all the following. From front row, if at the beginning of your battle phase, counterblast 1, choose 3 of your units and they get 5k until end of turn. So you can kind of move that blanket buff around as you would like if you're not persona riding, and then if you're persona riding, then all of your units get that 5k instead. Then when it attacks, if this unit was stood by your Vanguard's ability this turn and no drive checks were performed for the battle of your rear guards this turn. Then you can Soul Blast one King of Knights Alfred, and until the end of that battle, this unit's drive becomes 1, and it can perform drive checks. So, yeah, just an extra drive check after it restands off of Alfred's ability. I've just realized I didn't go through Alfred's other abilities. So his second ability, act once per turn, Energy Blast 3, search your deck for up to 1 grade 3 or less card with only Royal Paladin for its clan, call it to rear, and shuffle the deck. Choose one of that unit's auto abilities, and until end of turn, reduce the counterblast cost you pay for that unit's ability by 1. So you just get a free, you get your counterblast free basically. So your Virgilla will be able to give its blanket buff for free if you call once you call it off of King of Knights Alfred, and then the final ability, when this unit attacks, choose one of your rearguards with only Royal Paladin for its clan and stand it. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose 2 of your rearguards instead of 1. So you're able to restand one tall column. I guess in more Royal Paladin centric setups, you'd be able to do that. But this in particular makes it just feel like you want to restand your 2 front rows rear guards, which does make sense. The Virgillas do get pretty big, and yeah, just having 5 attacks is always nice. So yeah, you just get to restand your front row rear guards after your Vanguard attack. So you go rear guard, Vanguard, rear guard. And being able to only restand the front row is one of the main reasons why I play 3 copies of Heavenly Bow of Edifying Guidance Refuerzos. If he Persona Road this turn, he gets boost, and from the back row, when your other unit is stood by a card's effect, you could stand this unit as well. So he becomes a restanding booster on a Persona Ride turn, and off of the 5Ks, off of the field buffs that the Virgillas give, Refuerzos becomes a 23k restanding rearguard, which means if you have 2 of them in the back and you have 2 Virgillas in the front on turn 4, then each of your rearguard swings are 61k. Yeah, you get 61, 61. Your Vanguard swings for 43 or 48 with crit, depending on what you have behind him. And then you restand the 2 Virgillas, the Refuerzos is restand, and you're ready to go again with another 61, 61. I did initially have this deck set up with Warrior's Rest, so that the Virgillas would get an extra 10k on attack whenever they would attack while boosted. But I can't find any of my actual copies, and I'm a little tired of having to mentally take notes and remember which cards are what as I'm playing. But yes, that is the reason why we have Refuerzos here. He's just a very big booster that boosts more than once. So he's contributing, again, at max power, an extra 46k's worth of guard during the turn. And that's just 1. So if you have 2, each one of them is boosting 23k twice. So whatever the math is on that. So you're getting about 92k worth of power from the Refuerzos on a Persona Ride turn. Next, 4 copies of Pride to Protect. I only put 4 in here because I want to be able to hit it turn 3, especially if I'm going second, because the Virgilla's field buff skill can give the Refuerzos some extra power as well. So you play it with discard a card from your hand, and while it's in your order zone, it gives all of your rear guards boost. So you don't have to wait for Persona Rides to be able to boost with the Refuerzos. Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting to turn 4 to hit the Refuerzos Virgilla Resanding Lane combo. Because even on a non-Persona Ride turn, even if you're giving all of the power to the Virgillas in the front row, basically, off of its own ability, it's swinging for 28. It's swinging for 41k twice, and you don't get those numbers with anything else in the back row. So, yeah, really good just a good bridge card for any turns, for especially for turn 3, if you have the Reforzos in hand, or just any turn that you don't have a Persona Ride copy. So yeah, 4 copies of that. Obviously, as soon as you get the one, the others are free discards. So um, yeah, if you have 2 copies of Pride to Protect, then you just discard the other one to play the one, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. And then 4 copies next of Knight of Piercing Kadwala. I thought this would be okay. I've not really liked it since I've put it in, if I'm being completely honest. So he's definitely, there we go, I just need to focus that. Definitely need to rethink this choice here specifically. But yeah, for anyone that doesn't already know what he does, at the end of the battle that this unit attacked a Vanguard. If you have 4 or more units, Soul Blast 1, retire this unit, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 2 or greater unit from among them, and add it to hand and shuffle the deck. If you did not reveal a card, then you draw. So my whole idea of this was to be able to top deck search any Reforzoses or an extra Virgila off of the top. So far in the games that I have played with him, he's usually just been a draw. Um, and I've been usually drawing triggers off of his ability. On top of that, I completely forgot that Alfred just loses power when that happens. So I went from magic numbers to non-magic numbers on the turn that I did that without fully thinking it through. So I'm definitely going to change the Kadwalas out. Like even after I initially put him in, I was kind of um, iffy on whether or not I was actually going to keep him. So yeah, 4 copies of him, but again, not the greatest in this current setup here. Next, we've got 3 copies of Exalted Dragon. Let me move everything over a little bit, so everyone in vertical can see this properly. There we go. So whenever this card is discarded from your hand during your turn, so it doesn't lock itself behind being discarded in the ride phase, which is nice. If your Vanguard is grade 2 or greater, you can Soul Blast 1 and call it to rear. And if it is during your battle phase, it cannot attack until end of turn. Then, if your other unit was placed by your card's ability this turn with with Alfred, whoop-de-doo, it's every turn for the turns that the deck is able to survive. He gets boost. So you can call him out, swing with him. If there's nothing behind him, you move him back turn 3, and you call a Virgila in front of him, and you have a 10k booster ready to go. That it's obviously not the best booster to have in the back, but seeing as you want grade 3s in your front row, the 10k boost does just make the guarding numbers a lot better for you. So there is Exalted. That is Exalted. And then the rest of the grade 2s are actually just the defensive order options. So I'm playing 3 copies of Resolute Determination upon this land. You play it if you have 3 or more rear guards, which is something that I would not have been able to do almost if I had played an attack later during the last game that I played. Because I retired a Kadwala, and I went from 4 rear guards to 3, and yeah, I guarded with this right away, and then right after I guarded the attack, an attack with this, my rear guard was swiped. So would not have been able to play that otherwise. And again, Kadwala with the self-retire, not the best for the deck. Of course, he has pretty good uses still. Like on paper, being able to search any of the main combo pieces or even Persona Ride is really nice. But yeah, 1, I don't see him enough, and 2, I need stuff that gets me things a little bit more consistently. So I'm going to definitely rethink this option here. And then last grade 2, I play 1 copy of him brimming with Mercy. I literally only played this to get rid of stuff in my back row. So far, I've not hit it. So I can't really say much about this, but obviously it's only contributing like 5k every turn, outside of also clearing your field for you while you're trying to get your Reforzoses out behind your Virgilas. But yeah, when your unit is attacked, choose one of your rear guards not being attacked and move it to Guardian Circle. And it gets when this unit would be retired from Guardian, bind it instead of retiring. So that's that. Then next we've got 4 copies. We got 4 Sentinels. Obviously, can't go wrong with some perfect guards ever. Next, we've got 4 copies of Decorazer Angel. This is our main search target for our Tranquilia ride. She's a 5k body, but during your turn, when your other unit in the same column as this unit attacks, that unit gets 5k until end of turn. She's what you want behind Alfred, because she's literally the only thing that I can think of right now that can just boost Alfred even a little bit outside of his own ability. So yeah, she'll just kind of kick it behind Alfred, and every time Alfred attacks, he gets an extra 5k. So it's like she's boosting. Anyway, so yeah, on your regular turns, if you have a full field, then he goes from 13 to 23 off of his own ability. If you have 2 Virgillas in the front and you're counterblasting with them, then he goes from 23 to 33, and then Decorazer kicks him over the extra crit heal and gets him to 38 with crit, and then of course on a Persona ride turn, you're hitting 48. With him after. So the extra 5k is just it's just nice. I like the extra 5k, and I can't think of anything else I can put behind Alfred right now that makes sense. So yeah, that's Decorazer. She's basically a 7k booster every turn. And the next 2 copies of Obligator Dragon. I've really not had any use for this, and I don't like the amount of discarding that's in the deck already because of the Pride to Protect. So I'm definitely changing this out. I've been yapping on about changing this to Bradyarch. I cannot find my Bradyarchs, so they still are Obligator Dragons. I might switch it out for something else, but yeah, so far that's that. It just gives you further access into your Pride to Protect or the defensive order, but so far I've only ever seen him in the damage or in my hand once I have my full combo board already. So it's up to you. This could honestly, you could just change these obligators into other things. If I had the choice, honestly, I would change one obligator into another Virgilla and then another one into an exalted. So I just so that I have a little bit more a couple more discard options. You can also probably change these out for if you wanted to go the more premium route. I would do Biscotti's, but I wouldn't play a playset just because she doesn't have as much worth. Because again, with Exalted, you at least get a body on the field for a Soul Blast that you wouldn't be spending on anything else otherwise. And again, Kadwala, I do want to take out. I just don't know what to take him out for right now. But yeah, that is Obligator. And then for our triggers, I am playing Valnutnut and then Royal Paladin Rainbow here. So 4 crit, 4 front, 4 heal, 3 draw. So that was what I was running today. I played 2 games against Kyrie, and that was all that I had the time for, sadly. We won 1, hitting 1-1 on turn 4 Persona ride, and we had almost a perfect field. So we had Alfred, Virgilla, 2 Decorazers, and a Refuerzos. So again, this is Persona ride. So the numbers were pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. So again, let's see. So front row had an extra. I'm just gonna put the Virgilla powers here. So the front row had an extra 20, 10 because of the Persona, 20 because they're just giving power to everybody. And then let's see. So this Virgilla had an extra 5k on its own. Oh my goodness, I don't have. Is that readable? Kind of. Adjust the again. Oh dear. Sorry, everybody. Look at that corner. I can see a corner now. But the numbers are still blurry. Okay. This means I have to make bigger dice, I guess. So, front row has an extra 20. Back row has an extra 10. 10 here? Yes, I do have 10. So back row has an extra 10. And the Virgillas have an extra 5 on their own. That's 5. That's 5 as well. Okay. So on this turn 4, I went 38. And then on attack, it gets an extra 5k. So that was 43. Swung here. This was 38. Fuerzo swings for 23, 61. Vanguard attacked for 48 with a crit because he gives himself 10k. Gives himself 10. Restanding these two. Fuerzos. He's just a good friend, you know. If you stand up, he'll stand up with you. And then I hit. The game ended here actually, because I got one to pass, and then I hit a front. So after that front, this would have swung for. Actually, no, I would not have attacked with this. I would have attacked with this one first. So this one would have been 71, and then obviously the I had an Alfred in soul because I was persona riding, so this would have soul blasted 71 with crit, 71 with a drive check, sorry, and then if this had gotten guarded in any way, then I would have put all the effects here and swung here for, so it was 43, 53 with the trigger, 58 with whatever kind of trigger we would have gotten there. But yeah, that was game 1, and I think I have to preface that we went first in game 1. Game 2 was over just as quickly, but in the opposite direction. We went second in that game, and I think that played a very large factor into why. I think Alfred does need to go first, just so that you can guarantee or at least have higher chances of having 2 Virgillas out on the field right away, and 2, your opponent having only finished their first turn 3 would not have. You would just hope for them to not have enough hand to guard the numbers that you're swinging with, especially Alfred, because the Alfred swing is the only attack with any crit pressure. So yeah, you swing with the 2 Virgillas, and you just pray. You you just spray and pray that you get something, that you get enough cards out of their hand off of those 261s. And it's also one of the reasons why I like playing the Exalteds over Spiral Cuties or even Biscotti, because you get your discard and you get a body on the field. You don't get a draw, which arguably might be better in the longer term, but the deck just has no early game presence. And if you're trying to end the game turn 4 or turn 5, then you need to have your opponent be at a point in the game where they drop cards as soon as you start attacking them from the get-go. And if your opponent is only taking 1 to 2 attacks during the game, then they're obviously not going to care that you have big-ass lanes. So that is kind of the reasoning behind this. Martin Ramirez, what game is this? This game is called Cardfight Vanguard. Here, let me get the back of a card here. So yeah, this game is called Cardfight Vanguard. Pretty fun. Very quick game sometimes as well. So, yeah, welcome. Let's see. Okay. If you have any questions, if you're still here, just feel free to type them out, and I'll answer to the best of my ability here. Okay. Like I was saying, though, I do want to change out. I do want to change the Kadwalas out, as well as the obligators. But the obligators, I don't have more copies of stuff to change them out for, so probably just do the Kadwalas for now. We're also alleviating some of the soul requirements of the deck. Let's see here. Where would they be? Stuff. Oh my god. No. Whew. Thank goodness it was nothing important. Whew. Okay. So there's more obligators, which I don't want to do. I do still want to build Thegria. Now that that one promo's been reprinted, I might actually do it. But we'll see. So the main thing that I want to change the Kadwala out for is utility. I still need utility in the deck, because right now I'm completely reliant on drawing things out, which is obviously not very consistent. So let's find something that we can search with. And preferably is not a soul blast. Preferably. I don't mind if it is. Spirar. No, Spirar doesn't do much here. Boss one soul, boss one draw card, choose one of your vanguards, gets an extra draft. That would be fun. We might try form up. We might let's just go full gung ho into order Alfred here. The Scotty? Yeah, we'll run the one. I only got one, so yeah. Let's see what else. What else is possible? Counterblast is already kind of heavy, so I'm not going to do that. Even though we're putting in form up, it's okay. We're going to give this a try anyway, because going second is definitely rough in the deck. So I do want to change out some of the blitz orders as well. Oh yeah, I did say I was going to run painkillers. Maybe we just do painkillers? No, it's the same thing though. Be the same thing as Kadwala. Soul Blast 1 and retiring and losing a body on the field. This stuff now. Oh dear. Oh, the form up. The rest of the form ups, I mean, should be in another container. But I'm gonna go through all of this first, just to make sure. In here. Oh, no, this is just random stuff. No, don't need any of this. Oh, Pararum. Place on rear during main. Counterblast 1. All card from hand. Nah. Leave that out. Wait, where's my other Exalted? Where's my 4th Exalted? Do I need 4 Exalteds? No, I don't think I need 4 Exalted. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. Okay, so let's let's go over some logic right now. So generally we are discarding we are soul blasting at least one during the game to call one Exalted, and we effectively only have 1 to 2 soul throughout the game that is usable. And we can yeah, do we do it for the lols? Yeah, let's do it for the lols. I don't know. If there's anything that is already known about this channel is that we don't take the deck building very seriously. So, where are the rest of these form ups? Because we can hit 4. Like if we have a, we could do Drilling Angel. We could do Drilling Angel. Oh my god! Wait, we could revert back to Drilling Angels. What am I? Yes, let's do it. Why not? Why not? Where are the Drilling Angels? There's 2, 4. Where are the rest of my Refuerzoses, man? They're in my cave. Okay. So we could do Drilling Angel to get soul back, and it also makes Refuerzos a potential discard target. See, this is the problem. If we had 4 Sephiras and Esperonias, I would probably just do that. If I was going to just go full speed Alfred, and if I had 4 copies of Esperonia and Saphira, then I would do that, because that sounds very fun. Just to get Virgilas and Refuerzoses back. But this is, I think this will be just as enjoyable. So goodbye to Cadwala. Drilling Angel, I guess they're, yeah, I can see them being playable. I can see this being playable. We'll take out this. Don't really like it. And 2 Obligators. Actually, it's arguable now that we can keep the Obligators. But I think I'd rather just have the order in my hand and not have to discard them. So let's take these and continue looking. Where are the rest of these form ups? Telling me I don't have any form ups? That's impossible. It's impossible. Oh my god. Maybe I don't. Do I not have my form ups? Oh, they're probably in an old box. Oh well. Okay. So nothing in here. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure form up was a single R, wasn't it? Single rare. I'm gonna check everything else. Might find something. So the grade 3, nope. RS1, check top, put on top the bottom, draw. Nah. Hmm. Oh, nothing. That's weird. Okay. I will be right back to find these cards. Okay, that actually did not take as long as I thought it was going to. Perfect. So, there. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I got some Blaster Darks too. Ah. Alfred, I think, would have been really nice if we had if his abilities stood cards with only one clan instead of Royal Paladin specifically, but I can understand why they went with Royal Paladin specifically. Okay, so we've got the form up of Chosen Knights, or as my friend Charles used to say, the Fwoks, the Fwok. And we've just further increased the number of grade 3 cards in this deck. Oh my god, is that... Oh my god. Actually, let's drop... I think we dropped 2 Pride to Protect. I think we can do that. I think we can do that. Or maybe we just drop all of them? I don't know. I feel like there are a couple of different ways that we can go about it. If we go form up. Okay, let's just play it out like this for now. I don't want to get too lost in the sauce here. Just need to get some actual game data in. Or just some test feels to see how realistic any of these expectations are. Okay. 5. Odds and even. I have a regular D6 now. So odd, I go first. Even or second. Okay. Going second. Persona feels really far away, so I'm just going to. Okay, it's all orders. Perfect. Okay, draw. Okay. Less trigger knowledge. We'll discard this. Ride. Since we're second, we draw. Okay. Swing for 8. Drive check. A draw. Drawing another trigger. Damage. Oh, look, an actual discard. Power draw again. Okay. I will discard 1 form up to ride over Tranquilia. Tranquilia. I can't even do it. I can't do it. I can't Tranquilia because I only have triggers and and orders in hand. Counterblast 1 draw. I could have done it then. Oh, actually, yeah, let's do it that way. So on place, I don't have anything, so we'll gamble, and we gamble. So 0, 1, and 3 to check top 5. Skill timings. Have to remember skill timings. Top 5, Deck Eraser. There we go. We've got a 20k Vanguard lane that we will swing with. Hopefully, I'm not getting. You know what? Let's move this stuff here. Okay, actually, I'm going to raise the volume. I just remember when I was listening to the replay last week, it was kind of quiet. Oh, earlier this week, I mean, it was kind of quiet. Mic. It's more as well. Okay, let's move everything over. That's a lot better. Okay. Yep, so we'll swing for 20. Drive check. Drilling Angel. Got no no units. We've got no units whatsoever. Okay, damage 1, nothing. Damage 2. Okay. There go our Persona rides. Oops. Go at 3. Yeah. Not looking great. Draw. Oh my god. Discarding that to ride. Okay, so we're definitely seeing some order clogging here, but I also feel like it's just terrible shuffling. Okay, King of Knights Alfred. Search for Virgila. Then oh, I can't play both. Yeah. So let's do what's more important, the restanding vanguard, the rear guard, or the drive? We can't even get the drive, so we're just gonna do try to protect. We'll discard the other one, so we can play Woofer's in the back. And yeah, there are just no normal no units. It's all orders and triggers. Okay, we'll just keep it there. That's fine. Whatever. We'll take it. We'll take the L. So 555 for Virgila. So this is 23 plus 18, 41. Alfred does not get his card either. Counterblast 1. Restand this lane first. Second. Oh my god. What? This is the ugliest test I've ever done. Holy. That was so ugly. Okay. I'm not even going to count that. That was terrible. Again, probably bad shuffling, but honestly, the deck should be going either way. And when I say the deck should be going either way, I mean that the hand can kind of go either way, but that felt like an anomaly. Okay, see, this is a much better spread. I'm going to keep one form. I'm going to keep the Persona right this time because I have an Exalted here. So I just need... I guess this is fine. Okay. Even we go first. Even. Draw. Discarding form up. Ride Tranquilia. Take a damage. Redraw again. Discarding Exalted this time. Ride Blaster Blade. Let's see. 0, 2, and 3. Check top 5. Our Decorator. Soul Blasting the Tranquilia to call the Exalted off of its own skill. And then, let's see, yeah, then we'll attack. So 10. Make sure that I'm still okay here. 10. Sorry, not 10. This is 20. Oh, Blaster Blade, I'll counterblast 1 since I went first. I'm assuming I'm drawing. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. That's actually pretty good. Drive check. Critical. Okay. So we could, I guess it's safe to assume our opponent is at 2 to 3 damage here. Take 1. Power. Draw. And we'll intercept with 1. Stand. Draw. Okay. We'll discard. Exalted again. To ride Alfred. Do I want to get it out? No, I don't. I will not take it out. But I will search with Alfred, so we'll go from 6 energy. Oh yeah, I can use this now to track. So 6 down to 3. For the Virgila. Actually, yeah, I can call it out. Let's just call it out, yeah. Soul Blasting the Wingull Brave to call the Exalted out. And then... then let's play Drilling Angel, putting a card from drop into Soul, checking top 3. Nothing. And yeah, that's it. That's all we can do for now. This is 10. This would be 18. Yeah, we'll go 18. And then this is 13, 21 plus 5, 26. Counterblasting 1 to restand the Virgila. First check. Another Persona, second check. Critical. We'll give all the effects to the Virgila on the side. So this is 18, 28, 38 with crit. And we'll take one. Power to Vanguard. Take another one. Power to Vanguard again. And draw. Okay, third attack. We're at 33. I'll intercept to 38. And we'll do 48 and 48. We'll say they had 5 attacks. Okay, stand. And refuerzos? Nope. So 6 energy. We will Persona Raido. Refuerzos? Nope. Oh, still okay. That's okay too. So at most we will get to draw. Actually, we might actually just be able to get one more. So Alfred's skill. Searching for Virgila. We are Persona riding right now. So let's see. Down to 3 energy. Then we will play. Yeah, we can play Form Up with Chosen Knights. Ooh, wait a minute. Do I want to? Is the question. So for this now we need 3 counterblasts in a turn. Do I want to do it for the draw? No, I don't. I do not. Don't think it's worth it. Okay, yeah, let's call Deck Eraser. Then 33. Extra, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Okay. Beginning of battle phase. Counterblasting 1. For this Virgila, because this was here last turn. So +5 to everybody. And then second Virgila is free, +5 to everybody again. Basically, now front row is +20. And back row has an extra 10. Okay. And then there's some extra powers that I will just have to keep mental notes of. So we'll swing here first. This is 13, 5 off its own ability, 20 off of everything else. So this is 38. This is also 38 +5, 43. Alfred swing for 48 with crits. Counterblasting 1. Restanding 2. First check. Second check. Ooh, more orders. Yeah, I think we need to switch this up. It was a fun idea for a second, and now it's just clogging up my hand. That's fine though. This one will now be, actually they'll be the same now. So this is 38, 48, and then this is also 48. Okay, and then damage 1. Nothing. We'll PG, discarding a flock. And then we'll do that. We have that. And we also have the OT. So I think it's safe to say that we potentially survive that turn. Stand. And draw. Just for the fun hypotheticals now this time. Persona Ride, draw. Biscotti. Let's see, I'm at 6 energy. Let's Energy Blast 3. Search for a Virgila, so we get 1 round of buffing here. Oh, wait. Before that. Yeah, before that. Oh, no, yeah, I have to do the first. So, doing that. What can I call over that doesn't completely suck? Nothing. I cannot call over anything that doesn't just suck a little bit more. So I'm just going to call over the Exalted Dragon very quickly. So we'll play Biscotti. Since I Persona Road this turn, Energy Blast 3. So we're 0. Check top 3. Choose one from among them. Put it on the top and put the rest at the bottom in any order. If not, I can call something, and nothing I can call, sadly. Okay, we're gonna put the heal on top. We're gonna put the rest on the bottom. So at least I know I get a little bit of extra power. Okay, beginning of battle phase. We only get to proc 1 of the Virgilas this time, so everything's a little bit smaller. So this is 33. This one is 38. Alfred swings for 43. Counterblast, restanding 2. Oh, I forgot to drive check. I've been forgetting to drive check. I'm so silly. First check. Heal. Power to this one. Second check. There he is. Actually, I probably should have had him already. I've been forgetting to drive check. Oh my goodness. They're going to be both the same number. So this is 30, 43. Soul Blasting 1, drive check. Nothing. And then this one as well. Okay. We'll take a damage. And we'll take another damage. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's take out these form ups. Oh, not that. Very interesting idea on paper. As with most things. I'll drop 1 copy of Pride to Protect as well. That was definitely clogging up the hand. Let's see. Where's the 4th one? All of the form ups came out actually. That's really funny. There it is. Okay. Then I need to. Okay. I need to go get my 4th Roof Wearzos, so I'm gonna be right back again, and yeah, and then we'll figure out what to do with the 4 open spaces. All right, we're back at the binder this time. Hopefully, Roof Wearzos are still in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's one thing I want to put in actually. Where are all my refuerzos? This is the last place I know that. Okay, there they are. Haha. Is there anything else in here that we can put in? No, does not look like it. Yep, nothing else in here. Okay, that's a-okay. We've got 2 of these spots figured out already. Gotta get the last one. Okay, so Gratias Gradale, obviously, just to get a little bit more pump potentially out of both the Virgilla and the Refuerzos, and it basically acts as a 5th Alfred copy. And then Refuerzos, just so that we run into him more often, because not been great lately. Not been coming out fast enough. So, yeah, we're gonna do this. And you know what? I might keep the 4th Pride to Protect. Actually, no, I'm still gonna take it out. I do want to change these 2 for Drilling Angels, so that they can prime the field and also get us some soul back. Oh, when did that happen? Okay. No. There's 2 more. What do we do for the last spot? We got 1 spot left. One spot. Oh wait, no, this is different. What? Am I in different sleeps for stuff? The expense feels weird. 1 second. I think. Oh no, we're good. This is something else. Okay. Yeah, because I was only trying to replace 5 cards. I ended up only replacing 4. Keeping. Okay. All right. Let's try this out. So now it's 4 Drilling Angels, 4 Refuerzoses, and a Gratias Gradale. The reason we're playing more Refuerzos and more Drilling is so that I can now discard Refuerzoses as well, put them into Soul with the Drillings, and potentially get them back. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so we got already. Redrawing 4. 4? Yeah. Oh, no shuffling. What am I doing? Draw 4. Okay, there we go. We got our back row for the game. Perfect. Now we shuffle. Draw. Discard 1. We're bound to hit another one. Ride. Oh, even we go first. 6. We're going first. So no energy. Take 1. There's one of our revives potentially. Sadly. Hold on. Just make sure that I'm centered in both. Getting a little too vigorous here. Okay, good. Okay, turn 2, draw. Nice. Let's discard. Yeah, we can just discard the Pride to Protect for now. Right, Blaster Blade. 2, 1, 3. Or depending on, yeah, I would probably just do that because I'm calling most of this stuff down anyway. First things first, we'll Tranquilia since I revealed the top 3 the 3 cards already. Okay, perfect. We get a Deck Eraser. And I'm also going to call the Drilling Angel down to put the Reforzos into Soul. See if we can hit a Reforzos off the top here. But before that, Blaster Blade counterblasts 1 to draw. Okay. We'll call Drilling to put Reforzos into Soul. Check top 3. There it is. That's just very lucky. Put it there for now. Should have kept the Pride to Protect then. Oh well. That's fine. Call that there, and I'll play another Deck Eraser. So we're going 20 and 20 today. Yeah. So swing 20, drive check, PG, and we swing 20 again. Okay, take 1, Deck Eraser is fine. As long as we're not playing into a retire matchup, we won't have to worry about our back row moving anywhere. Damage 2. Persona Rag copy, not great. And yeah, we'll say that's just 2. Stand. And draw. Yeah, crit. Okay. Discard Iparobi to red blast. King of Knights Alfred. And then, oh yeah, we're at 6 energy. I keep forgetting to do that. Energy Blast 3 to call. Where'd he go? Are they all just? They're all just in the top deck. Oh yeah, all 3 copies were just in the first 10 cards there. Calling down the first Brilliant Wings Star Dragon Virgilla. And then we attack. So I don't get any of Virgilla's skills this turn because we're going first. So we'll swing 18. I'll hold the drilling since that's guaranteed. 15 shield. Oh, sorry. Let's see, 28. Counterblasting 1, restanding the Virgilla. First check. Another Virgilla. Okay, we're good for turn 4 if we get a Persona Ride. Nope. Oh dear. Might not get the Persona Ride. And I discarded our Pride to Protect. Oh god. 20. Oh no. Still another 18 and then 20. Take 1 damage. Power. We'll take a 2nd damage. OT. We draw. I think it's safe to assume that we lose this first Virgilla and we'll also lose the drilling. Okay. So we have 2 copies of Alfred and we also have the Gradale. So that the deck just turns on. No. Nothing. Okay. So we don't get our Reforzoses. We do go to 6. Play the Virgilla. We'll search the other Virgilla. The deck gave me the chance. It gave me the Pride to Protect right away. It's like, you're going to need this today, sir. And I did not heed its warning. That's completely on me. So we'll call the Virgillas. We are not Persona Riding, so we don't get any of the extra stuff. Counterblast 1, +5/+5. Now we swing. So this is 28. This is 33. This is 38. Counterblast 1. We stand 2. First check, second check. Well, okay. At least I know I'm not dead, unless PGs get turned off. And we'll swing here. Swing here. Okay. Take damage. Oh, that would have been nice. Okay, I'm just going to drop everything. So it's going to assume that it takes this much to survive the turn. We can actually play it all. Stand. And miracle draw? Nope. 6 energy. Can't do anything. Can't. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is 13. No, this is 18. This is 23. This is 28 with crit. Counterblasting 1. Restanding the 2. First check. Heal. Okay, yeah, we'll take it. Power here. And second check. Oh, and there's the order. There's the order we needed. And then we'll swing here and swing here. Power. Don't do this to me, deck. Don't do this to me. Oh, wait a minute. I realized I had the pride to protect the whole time. Hold on, let's rewind very quickly here. Oh, no, I didn't have it. Never mind. My mind just moving too fast? Yeah, I did. Was my mind just moving too fast? Were my hands just moving too fast for my brain? Is what I was trying to say there. Okay, yeah. Oh no, that's damage. PG. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, whatever. We'll take it. Okay, we'll stand. And we'll draw. Okay. Still don't have any Persona Reds. Oh, wait a minute, though. We play the Pride to Protect. We discard the Deck Eraser. We'll call this Warfoyer's here. Okay, I'm just going to put this in the drop zone because no one can see it anyway. I need to fix. Okay. We didn't search last turn. We didn't search the turn before. So, this turn, so we're at 9. An Energy Blast, 7 to draw 1. Oh yeah, I have no Virgilas left, so we're just going to draw. Okay. We get the non-triggers out of the way. Perfect. And then we swing. We'll counterblast 1, sorry. So everyone has an everyone in the front row has an extra 5. Or do we just... Yeah, we'll go 1, 2, 3. Just so that we get a little bit more juice out of this ability. So this is 23 plus 13, 36. This is 23 plus 18, 41. Alfred swing. CB1. Restand. First. Second. Oh god, it's taunting us. It's taunting us. Then we swing here and here. Okay, obviously the game would never get this far. Actually, it might. It was a defensive OT, so there's potential to get that far. But I don't think in the grand scheme of things that if you were to play 100 games of Alfred that it would even get past turn 5. Okay, so yeah, the deck tried to give me an alley-oop and I completely fumbled it first turn by discarding no, not was it first turn? I'm not sure. Can't remember anymore, but yeah, I messed it up by discarding the Pride to Protect. So we're going to keep the Pride to Protect in hand as much as possible until we see a second one. And only then will we discard something. Okay. It's not bad, actually. Let's see, actually, odds we go first this time. Even. We're going second. Yeah. 3. Okay. That's fine. I think this is okay. Draw. Ooh. Discarding draw. Right, Tranquilia, we draw off of Tranquilia. Okay. Swing. Front. Okay. There goes a fourth of our triggers already. Damage, power, draw. Whoa, discarding Pride to protect for now. Oh, are we stuck with just grade 3s and 0s? Okay, wait. Counterblast 1. Draw. We'll say we draw. Okay, fine. Swing 10. Vanguard power draw. Oh my god. You know, I don't have that many of the other grades in the deck, but I do have other cards in the deck. Damage 1. Damage 2. 30 and 30. Stand, draw. Now it comes out. Discarding Proroby. Right. Alfred. Okay. We'll go Alfred's skill. Calling Regilla. Play the other one. Play Refuerzos. Play Pride to protect, discarding a Persona Red copy. That's too many, and we're gonna die. So, yeah. You need that crit. I need the crit on the Vanguard. Okay, I guess we'll just live with it. Okay. First Regilla. Counterblasting 1. +5 to front. Second Regilla +5 to front again for free. We'll swing this for 28. This for 28 +13, 41. Swing 29 with this. 29, counterblasting 2, restanding. First check. Second check. Heal. Yeah, we'll say it's good. And then we'll get the power here, yeah. So this is 38 and 41 again. Take 3. 1, 2, grade 3, Y. And then I'm going to, I feel like I'm just going to draw into triggers again. Draw. Okay. Basically just as bad. Okay, there's something. Dropson's a disaster. Well, it's not that bad, but definitely need something else here. Let's see. So we've searched once. should be at 6. All the deck razor here, so at least the Vanguard gets a crit. I won't search for the last one, just in case. So we're gonna just counterblast 3. No, we'll do the deck trim. We'll do the deck trim because at this point we're going to die. So we gotta go all out here. Okay. Let's see. So we have 10 for Persona in the front. 10 in the front, and then both of the Virgilas are going to activate. Next one. So +5 to everything, +10 to everything. So front rows are +10, back rows are +10. Sorry, front row +20, back row +10, and then we attack. Yes, this is 43. This is 61. This is not 48. It's 33 plus 8, 40, 41 with crit, counterblasting 1. Restanding. First check, crit. All effects, second check. Nothing. Yeah, we'll swing here. 71 with crit, soul blasting Alfred for a drive check. Yeah, heal. Power to the other Regilla. Feels good. And we'll swing here. It's 43, 53, 58. 58. We'll take 1. Nothing. And yeah, we'll just dump everything in hand, because that's what we have to do in this situation. And okay, we heal. And we heal. And do we heal again? No. Okay. Well, that has been Alfred. I do enjoy this deck. I really do. I think the drillings still need to change. It does give us a little bit of again, it does give us a little bit of leeway in being able to discard stuff. But yeah, I think the drop zone this game was just not the greatest. And yeah, I need to do something about my shuffling, I think. But yeah, let's do a last roundup here, and then we'll move into some of the quick start decks. I do really want to work on Asterm. I haven't touched it yet. I've already kind of been playing around with Cristianos, and yeah, I've been playing around with Cristianos, Revsal, and Triumph Dragon so far, but I really did want to do Asterm. I did bring it home with me yesterday, and then I just didn't have a chance to fix it up last night. Oh, I'm gonna... Okay, I can see why now. Okay, wait, it's not that bad though. The heck? Okay. So the pile of grade 3s is pretty big. I think, yeah, we do need to drop one of these copies here. Let's back it. Okay. How many grade 2s? Still need another exalted, I feel. Drillings are okay. Again, if I could choose something else, probably would have something else there. I just don't know what. And then defensive package. I think we just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15 grade 3s. Tech erasers have gone down to just this. I mean, grade 1s have gone down to 8. Used to be 10. So I can kind of see why. I can kind of see why now. I didn't realize it was like this. Okay. Yeah, we'll get the determination. Is it in here? Nope. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to do this. um, I guess we'll just put this in for now. Don't want to stay lingering on this one for too long. Okay. All right. Wait, okay, that's right there. Okay. So let's do the last roundup here for Alfred. Okay. I don't know why. It's so nice when it's close up, and then when it zooms out, it's like still blurry. Okay, let's do it. So we have Winglebrave, Tranquilia, Blaster Blade, and Alfred. So now the deck is 3 Alfred, 3 extra Alfred, sorry, 3 Virgilla, 1 Refuerzos. Oh, sorry, not 1 Refuerzos. We have 4 Refuerzoses now. And we have 1 Gratias Gradale for the extra Persona ride, and 3 copies of Pride to Protect, so that we can start doing stuff with Refuerzos right away. For the grade 2s, it's all utility. We have 4 copies of Drilling Angel. For anyone that doesn't know what this does, when it's placed on rear, put a unit card from your drop into soul. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card with the same name as the card put into your soul from this cost from among them, and call it to rear and shuffle your deck. So it's a pseudo recycle. It gets you a soul for sure, and it potentially gets you a call. So again, I'm using this mainly so that I can discard Refuerzos early to potentially get them back on turns 3 or even turn 2. Then next, our discard package is 1 copy of Biscotti and 3 copies of Exalted Dragon. When this unit is placed on Guardian from hand or discarded from hand while riding from the ride deck, you can Counterblast 1 or Energy Blast 3 to draw 1. And when it is placed on rear, if you Persona Rail this turn, Counterblast 1 or Energy Blast 3, check top 3, put 1 on top, and put the other 2 at the bottom. If it's not the battle phase when you called her, then you can call that card instead of putting it on the top of the deck, which is pretty nice. Not great if your if your top deck had a bunch of triggers in it, and you just have to basically send everything to the bottom. But again, it's a little bit of spot search, and yeah, it potentially does unclog your top deck as well. So that's her. And 3 copies, of Exalted Dragon. When it is discarded from hand during your turn, if your Vanguard's rated 2 or greater, Soul Blast 1, call it to rear. If it is during your battle phase, then it cannot attack until the end of turn. Then when if your other unit, was placed by a card's ability during this turn, then it gets boost. Next are our Blitz orders. So basically 4 copies of Resolute Determination upon this land. Play it if you have 3 or more rear guards. Then it's 15k shield. And if your opponent's Vanguard was placed by an ability this turn, then it gets 30 instead of just the 15. So if you're playing against Stride, then it's 30k shield right away. The only stipulation is that you have a field while it is happening. And 1 copy of Mine as Your Country's Foundation. I'll just put it over here. Yeah, Mine as Your Country's Foundation. Play it with a discard a card from hand. I know I really don't like having to discard outside of the PGs, but that's okay. Yeah, discard a card from hand, choose one of your units being attacked, and it gets 5k until the end of that battle. Then choose up to 4 heal triggers from your drop zone and call them to guard. So if you've just been healing out all early game and you have them all in your hand, you've discarded them, and you need to guard a 60k attack and you can't guard with a sentinel, boom, you have Mine as Your Country's Foundation. If you have all 4 heals in your drop zone, then it's a 65k shield piece, which is nice. I guess is nice. But yeah, heavily contingent on you having a heal trigger in the drop zone. So at minimum, it's 5. At worst, it's at 5. If you're anywhere in the mid game to late game, then you're looking at least 20. I would say at least 20k shield for a discard. And again, while the discard isn't great, you're looking at the maximum value that it can give you. I'm playing 4 vanilla heals, so I do cap out at 65. But if you are playing in a certain matchup and you have effect heals at work, then you can go up to even 100k if you have all effect heals. Again, heavily contingent on what you have in your drop zone at the time, but very, very fun lottery card. Next, into the grade 1s, we have 4 copies of Decorator Angel, so she just gives whatever is in front of her an extra 5k while it's attacking, and 4 copies of Palladium Seal Dragon for our Sentinel. And again, Val Newt Newt. We didn't hit it today offensively, so we didn't get to see the restanding Virgila. But yes, 6 attacks, two of which are 100 million, and one of them is a drive check. So I'd say that's pretty nice. And then again, 4 front, 4 crit, 3 heal, 4 heal, 3 draw. I might make it 4 draw. I don't know if I want to drop the fronts though, because that is some shield out of the deck, away from a deck that's already losing so much shield, having this many grade 3s in it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to keep playing around with this, obviously. I'm going to keep playing it until I get sick of it, and then once I get sick of it, I will hopefully have a new wave of support to have fun with. But yeah, this has been the Alfred Spotlight for a bit. I know it's been a while since I've done anything else. But yeah, I did really want to get some stream games down with this, so during the next Discord local stream, I will be playing this for sure. I will be playing this. It might not be the only thing that I play for the stream, but I will play this on stream, and then we'll move on to one of the quick start decks for sure. Or if I get the new Virgilas in time for next stream, then I might just go straight to Virgila. But yeah, let me get the Asterm stuff and we'll get started. All right. Okay, I'll take quite a bit of stuff out here. Oh, this is where my Pensarmia was. Okay. All right. So I've completely forgotten what the composition of this deck was. So let's take a look and make some changes here. Let me take out the reprints and stuff that I know I'm going to be putting in before I splay everything out on the table here. You know, I was really hoping for some more like mech support. And the support that we got is all right, but I really wish we would have gotten like more like support mobile armor instead of what we did get for us term. But whatever. I'm not hating it completely. Just a little sad. What do you want? Let's get it started here. Okay. All right. So again, shout outs to Ran for making these upgrades possible. We got 4 copies of Vivacious Girl that we desperately need in the deck, and we also have Cinnabarine Blade of the Forefront, Wayne Pro. Okay, now let's check. Okay, actually, let's go over what they do for anyone that doesn't already know. So this first one here, Vivacious Girl, she is a promo that just got reprinted in Festival Booster. So from drop, she's in the same class as the other quick start decks that recur from drop, give you an extra energy, and then do something after they boost the original support grade 3 that the quick start deck bosses got or aces got. So from drop, when your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Asterm and his card name is placed during your ride phase, if you do not have a rear guard with the same card name as this card, Soul Blast 1 and call this card to rear. If you called a card, Energy Charge 1. So these things work in pairs. So as long as you have 2 and you're Soul Blasting 1 to get the other one out every turn, you'll always have one to call, and you'll always have that extra energy. And then at the end of the battle that this unit boosted a unit with Swing By and its card name, put this into Soul, search, choose up to 1 armor supply vehicle Preciosa from your hand or drop, put it into the order zone, choose one of your units, it gets an extra 2k until the end of turn for each set order in your order zone. If a card was put from your hand, then you draw a card. Really, really amazing card. It takes away a lot of the mid-game counterblast requirements that I had a lot of problems within the deck. So yeah, such a good card. Again, I was really hoping that it would be like a support mech instead of what we did get. But I will take my my robot food stand girl for what she does. I'm very thankful for her. And then next we have four of the new card that got printed alongside of the reprints in the Festival Booster. If you have a Vanguard with, oh sorry, Cinnabarine Blade of the Forefront Wine Pro. I know I said it already, but I feel like I have to say it again. If you have a Vanguard with Black or S-Term in its card name, this unit gets all of the following. When this unit is placed on rear, choose a grade 3 or greater Vanguard from your drop. Choose a grade 3 or greater card from your drop and put it into Soul. And then at the end of the battle that this unit boosted, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, retire this unit. Choose up to one grade 3 or greater front row. Oh, choose up to one of your grade 3 or greater front row rear guards in the same column as this unit and return it to hand. Or if you have a grade 4 or greater Vanguard and you did not countercharge this turn, countercharge 1. So obviously we're using her mostly for that first clause. We're trying to get the swing buys back so they don't get... That is what we'll be using her for mainly here. So let's take a look at what we've got in here, and I'm looking at everything and I'm remembering. Okay, yes. I remember it all now. Okay. So let's get these put on the side and this splayed out here. So I'm going to make the changes first, and then we'll talk about, then we'll go over the deck. So this is where one of my Elementaries are. Noted. Okay. You basically just take these out now. Not that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep the Combine Rusher. We'll keep the one Zinger Razor as well, I guess. Okay. So, for anyone that's been around the channel for a while, you'll know that this is the deck that I was most looking forward to, just because it was very classic Nova Grapplers, and I was kind of disappointed in how it ended up being. Mostly just based on the gas tank of the deck and the capability of the cards that I have. Obviously, I'm going the very budget route in this, as much as possible. Like if there's anything expensive that I am playing, I just happened to pull it. It's very rare that I buy any of the older generics, especially, or any of the generics really. But yeah, I'm hoping that with this stuff we get a little bit more oomph, especially Vivacious Girl. I really I think that this more than Wayne Apro is really needed in the deck to to give it some legs. All right. Wine. Is it Wayne or wine? It's probably wine. Wine Apro. Thank you to everyone again who's dropped by today. Spent some time with me here. All right, let's get this deck profile going. All right, so we have the ride deck out already, so we're gonna start here. So I really like the blue Death Star starter, so I went with that instead of the Blitz starter. We'll go into Blitz Kilo Arm Base Stand. When this unit is rode upon by Blitz Megajet Rebelio, search your deck for up to one Preciosa, reveal it, and put it into hand, and shuffle your deck. During your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with S-Term in its card name, this unit gets 5k as a rear guard. Then Blitz Megajet Rebelio. When this unit is rode upon by a grade 3 card with S-Term in its card name, search your deck for up to one Armor Supply Vehicle Preciosa, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with S-Term in its card name, this unit gets an extra 10k shield in the Guardian Circle. Then Blitz Gigamobile S-Term. Counterblast 1. Once per turn, search your deck for up to one card with the same card name as this unit, reveal it, and put it into hand. Shuffle your deck, and this unit gets 10k until end of turn. I want to get 4 copies of the Vanguard Black S-Term crossover that was also printed in Festival Booster, just because I think that having the S-Term and the Welstra, I think it has Welstra, yes, and the Welstra key name keywords, it just makes the deck so flexible, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's already been sold out in some places, and it was a bit more expensive than the other ones. But yeah, I do want to test that out and see how that goes. But yeah, for now, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, Energy Blast 4, stand one of your rear guards, and until end of turn, that unit and this unit get an extra 5k. Okay, so on its own, his ability is kind of cheeks, but when we put it into context with the rest of the deck, it'll make a little bit more sense. So let's start at the grade 3s. We got 3 extra copies of our boy, of our bot. I mean, Asaterm here. We've got 4 copies. Oh, I only have 3 in here. Why do I only have 3 in here? Okay, I guess I only have 3 right now. I only have 3 copies of Swing by Dragon right now, but I'm going to be shaking up the rest of these ratios as well. When this unit is placed on rear from hand, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with S-Term in its card name, counterblast 1 and draw a card. Then from front row, once per turn, when your other unit is stood by a card's ability, Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets 2k until the end of turn. If you Soul Blasted a grade 3 or greater card with S-Term in its card name for its cost, you can stand this unit as well. So basically, you're swinging with this, and you're swinging with the Vanguard. You're swinging with this, you're swinging your other unit, you're swinging with your Vanguard restands your other unit, and then this unit stands itself. That's kind of been the gameplay loop of the deck. My only problem with it has been that Swing by Dragon's lane is just it's cheeks. It's not great. So what do you call it? The Vivacious Girl's ability is honestly a godsend for the deck. Let me see if that makes it any better. Okay, it makes it a little bit more bearable. Okay. We'll continue on here. That's it for the grade 3s. I've got 1 Zinger Razor. Why do I only have 1 Zinger Razor? Why do I have Zinger Razor? I guess it makes sense. I have soul. There are soul issues in the deck. Okay. Yeah, 1 Zinger Razor. When this unit is stood by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with S-Term in its card name, it gets an extra 10k. So it's swinging for quite a bit on its second attack. Its first attack is still manageable. So that's why we run 1 Combine Rusher as well. I need more copies of this card, honestly. When this unit is attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if your order zone has 2 or more set orders, this unit gets 10k until the end of the battle. And then from drop, when a set order you played is put from hand into the order zone, you can counterblast 1 to call it from drop to rear. Good discard target. You can intercept with it and call it out again if you want to spend the counterblast on it. But yes, it is a 20k slap machine consistently throughout your turns. Next, 3 copies of Circle Axe of Dissociation Cephidouter. When this unit is placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with S-Term in its card name, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 2 or greater card from among them, discard it, and shuffle your deck. So now, at this point in time, it is searching for your Preciosas to discard them and to use your the Vivacious Girls to put them into Soul. But you guys probably already knew that. This has been out for quite a bit, but just in case anyone didn't know, that's what the I'm assuming the first skill does, or even for the Combined Rusher as well. Then, when this unit is placed on, is chosen by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with S term in its card name, Soul Blast 2, choose one of your rear guards, and it gets 5k until end of turn for each grade 2 set order in your order zone. So, this can give it to itself, it can give it to, it's the swing by. The only problem is it makes your Soul Blast requirement per turn 3, which has not been the easiest. But yeah, still a good power spike on like a turn 4 or something. Then of course we have 4 copies of Armor Supply Vehicle Preciosa. Play it with Counterblast 1, which has been my biggest gripe with this this set order, if I'm being completely honest. When your rear guard is stood by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with S term in its card name's ability, that I feel like I said ability twice. Until end of turn, that stood unit and all of your Vanguards get an extra 5k, and this stacks for each one. So as soon as you get 4 Preciosas on the field, you're standing a rear guard. That unit's getting 25k, and your Vanguard's also getting 25k. And that's how Ash Term's been. Very fun. Then of course we got our 4 copies of Vivacious Girl. So again, from drop, when you ride an Ash Term, you counterblast, you Soul Blast 1. Call it to rear if you don't have a copy of her on the field already. Then if you called her, then you energy charge 1. Then at the end of the battle that this unit boosted, a unit with swing by in its card name, put this into Soul, choose 1 Preciosa, put it into your order zone from either hand or drop, and if you put something from your hand, then you draw a card. And it also and then you choose one of your units, sorry, and it gets an extra 2k for each set order in your order zone. So again, it just makes your swing by a bit bigger on its restand, because that has always been very very cute, so to speak, or to say the least. And then we'll put 4 copies of Cinnabrine Blade of the Forefront Wynap Pro. Again, if your Vanguard is S term, then when it is placed on rear, choose a grade 3 or greater card from your drop zone and put it into Soul. And then at the end of the battle that this unit boosted, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, retire this unit, choose up to one of your grade 3 or greater front row rear guards in the same column as this unit and return it to hand. Or if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater and you did not countercharge this turn, countercharge 1. Then we've got our Sentinels. One of them is an Elementaria. We have 3 copies of Light Armed Gun Battler. When this unit is placed on rear, choose a grade 3 or greater card with S term in its card name from your drop, and you may put it on the bottom of your deck. If you chose a card, then look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card with swing by in its card name from among them, reveal them and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. If you put a card into hand, choose a card from your hand and discard it, and this unit gets an extra 2k until end of turn. So what I can see you doing here is discarding any early Astrum copies you have, playing the Gun Battler to put it back, get the swing by, and then once you have the swing by, you can discard the Preciosa, which you can then put into Order Zone with the Vivacious Girl. And then 4 copies of Dispatch 3 Sisters of Cleaning, just 2k for to the front row for each one that you have on in your set order, in your order zone. So yeah, this is what we are working with for the next couple of test games here. So let's get started. Yeah. Sorry everybody if you can hear that. That's my cat. She's looking for a boyfriend. Oops. using penny outer sleeves for this deck, so I apologize for any bad shuffling. Okay, let's begin. Draw 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Okay. I guess we can put these 4 back. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see if we are going first or second. Odd, we go first. Even, so we're going second. Draw. Discarding, we'll discard a Preciosa. To ride. Base stand. Play, oh, then we'll draw. Off the starter. We'll play 3 Sisters of Cleaning. And we'll swing for 10. Check, draw. Power to Vanguard, I draw. Okay. Damage 1, power. And then we'll guard with the draw. Stand, draw. Wayna Pro. We'll discard the term to ride Rebellion. We'll search the deck for a Preciosa. And let's see here. Yeah, we'll play it. Play it for a counterblast. And then that's it for now. We'll swing for 12. Draw, check. Another Preciosa. Okay. Take 1 damage. Ooh, take 2 damage. Ooh. 25. And then 35. Stand. Draw. Let's discard. Yeah, discard Preciosa again. Ride. Rebellio skill searches. One. I probably should have kept the swing by. That's fine. Kind of last one. Play Preciosa. We'll kind of last one to search for Astor copy. Vanguard goes 10k up. And then I guess we'll just play the Wine Pro. Yeah, we'll put the Astor into Soul. And that's it. We'll call Vivacious Girl as well. We're at 9 energy. Yeah. Okay. So this is 10, 18 at the Vanguard. And Astor swings, Energy Blast 4 to restand. I have 2 Preciosas right now, so that is 15k to each. So this is 38. First check. Heal. Good. Power to this. Second check. Heal again. How many times have I attacked? Once. Twice, yeah. I'm definitely healing again. And then swing for 10, 25, 45. Take 1. And 1. Take 2. Oh, great. Take 3. Power. Guard and guard. Stand. Nice. Persona Ride. Draw. Nice. We'll call Swing by, counterblasting 1 to draw. Nice. We'll call Vivacious Girl. And I'll play Combine Rush over here. Play one more Sisters of Cleaning. So now my grade 2s are hitting grade 3s. I mean, they already kind of were, but they're hitting them even better now. Okay, so this is 10, 20 from Persona, 30 from itself, 34 at the Vanguard. Yep, 34. Then this swing by is 13, 23, 27 plus 8. 27 plus 8 is, let's see, 27 plus 8, 35. Yeah, 35. End of battle. Vivacious Girl goes into Soul. You can choose one Preciosa from hand or drop. Put it into Order Zone. Drop. And then choose one of my rear guards, and it gets... Choose one of my units that gets 2k for each set order in my Order Zone. So I'm going to give all that extra power to Swing By. So it gets an extra 8. And then Asaturn will attack. On attack, Energy Blast 4, restanding the Combine Rusher. And they both get an extra 20. Yeah, they both get an extra 20. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is plus 10. Sorry, instead of just plus 8. So 10, 20, 30, 50. It'll be 58. Okay. And then Asaturn is 23, 33 plus 20, 53. Swing by Dragon Skill. Since one of my rear guards restood, I'm going to Soul Blast Asaturn to restand Swing by. And it gets an extra 2. So this is 23, 13, 23, 25 plus 10, 35. 35. Okay, not bad. Oh yeah, 35 plus 4, 39. Okay, it's not bad. First check. Heal, again. I don't think I healed this time. Second check. Draw. 35, 45, 55. This one's 58. Oh, and we drew the OT. Great. Nice. And we'll swing here, and then we'll swing here. We'll take one. Nothing. And we've got 4 cards in hand. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Take another one. Nothing. Okay. Okay, it feels a little bit better. Obviously I didn't hit the Vivacious Girls properly, I don't think, and I also was a turn late with the swing by, so I wasn't able to really accelerate the Preciosas, but I can see where it's going. It feels better now, at least. I'm not sad for swing by. All right, so I think I'm gonna do one more here with Asaturn, and then probably pick up next stream with him if we don't get the Brigida stuff. Yeah, 2. Okay, really good start. Only thing we're missing right now is Vivacious. This is the Vivacious, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Okay, it's a good thing I only redrew 2. Okay. Even we go first. Even, we're first. Draw. Discard, combine. Yeah, discarding, combine. Ride, take damage, power, draw. Discarding the draw. Ride, searching. Let's play it right away. Yeah, so far, it's all playing out as is, which is really sad because I want to see the new pieces. Okay. Drive check. Another one. Damage. Power. Damage. Oop. Nothing. Trying another trigger. Okay, discarding this trigger to ride. That's a term. Searching again. Man. Just not seeing like half of my cards. Did not see a Cephadouter outside of damage zone, which kind of sucks. The Combined Rusher arguably could have been one, but yeah. This is where the problem lies. Counterblast one. Play that. Counterblast one to draw. Okay. And that's it. That's all I can do. Okay, we'll go 13. Did I search for a copy? No, I didn't. Oh no, I'm not supposed to. Okay. 23, restanding this, they both get 15, so 38 first. Second, heal is most likely good. Power here. Attack. Damage 1, power. Damage 2, power and draw. Get away from my dragon. Get away from my dragon. Okay, stand. Draw. Okay, I need the Vivacious's, please. So I don't have to counterblast everything just to get these orders out. Oh. Wow. Okay. Deck does not like me today. I'll play Dispatch to counterblast one and call the Combine Rusher out instead of instead of the extra power. I need the bodies. And then what? All the grade ones in my hand just don't make sense. Ooh, don't want to have to. Really sucks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my entire drop zone is grade 0, so that gets nothing. But we need the numbers. Okay. This is 10, 20, 30. Third, 30. Yeah. 30. No, we'll go 38. 38. And this is 23, 31. Yes. Oh, so I should have gone 31, 38. Oh, did I search? No, I didn't search. I forgot to search. So I'll do that first. It's not good. Not good at all. Everything's still all over the place. Okay. On attack, Energy Blast 4. Restand. They both get plus 15. Swing by. Add. First check. Second check. There she is. 4 turns late. Sadly. This is 23, 25, 25. And then that is 10, 20, 30, 55. 55, yeah. My hand is completely useless in terms of guarding. Yeah. Yeah, is Vivacious Girl early or bust with this deck? If you're not playing, if you don't have the Vivacious, then this deck is way too slow. I feel. Okay, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. That left a kind of sour taste in my mouth. Battery exhausted. Oh dear. I did not see that. Okay, it's a good thing I have extras. Back to battery power, folks. Until I can find where my usual camera is. Should be back. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's try it one more time. One last test game. Oh wow, that's terrible. That's horrible. Everything. Everything back. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Where's Vivacious Girl? Draw. 3 made orders. What are we going to do with 3 made orders? We're just going to rapidly play them. Discard the draw. We got nothing to lose here. First, even first. First, take one. Power. Draw. Holy moly. Discarding Preciosa. Oh, wait, I should have played this last turn. So I'll play this last. Turn 1. Sorry. Discarding that. No, I'm searching for Preciosa. Where are the energy girls, man? The deck refuses to surrender them to me. Honestly, I'm just going to play another cleaning order. Swing for 14. Drive check. There she is. Perfect. Okay. Take 1. Power. Heal is good. Stand. Draw. Discarding. I just don't have a swing by either. There's no way to get one either. Shoot. I have no front row. Again. Hmm. Thinking. I'm going to bank everything on this next stupid play here. I get the Persona Ride copy. I'm going to call the Battler over the us term to put it on the bottom of the deck. The mouse is in the way. Checking top 5. There it is. I can't even counterblast to get the draw. Which means I also can't counterblast to put the Preciosa in the order zone right away. But that's okay, because we got her. And because of these 3 made orders, the front row's +6. So I need a better setup because my playing mat is so tiny. Okay. 14. Yes, 14. And then this is 13 plus 8, 21. At the end of the battle that it boosted a swing by dragon. Put this into soul. You can choose either a card from drop or from hand. Put it into the order zone. I'll put it from drop. And then I'll choose one of my units and it gets an extra 2k for every card in the order zone. So sorry, that wasn't just 21. That was 21. That was 27. And then, yeah, I'll choose swing by to give an extra 8k. Oh, shoot. That's okay. That makes this attack worth it. So this is 13, 23, 23 plus 6, 29. Energy blasting 4. So I'm at 6, down to 2 to restand the gun battler. And then we'll swing. We'll drive check. So this is, instead of 23, it's 33. And then this is going to be 24. First check. Nothing. Second check. Nothing. Okay. And then 24. Damage 1. Damage 2. Power and draw. Damage 3. Power. Guard. Stand. And draw. You don't have persona. Oh god. Yeah, the deck is not... The deck does not like me. Play that for a counterblast. We'll search for another acid term copy. Don't even have the Cephadouters to Soul Lost. Damn. Okay, I really need to rethink this this lineup. The only one that's working really well so far, honestly, is the Cristianos one. It's the only one that I found like some pretty good synergy, and even that one has some problems. So definitely need to figure out this. Okay. Yeah, we're dead. So we'll just call. Boy, Nat Pro actually gets you lane. I just realized that gets you a lane. I could have called the Asterm out and then just bounced it back. Okay, I'll keep that in mind for future testing. But for now, we're just going to play it out. We're gonna let the game be insanely ugly, and then we'll call it a day. So here we'll swing here first. This is 13, 19 plus 8, 27. Not even 15 guards, sadly. And then we'll swing with Vanguard for 23, Energy Blast. So I'm at 5, Energy Blast 4 to 1. Restanding this, they both get an extra 15. So this is 38. First, second, critical. Give all the effects here. Swing here. Oh, that stood. So I'm gonna Soul Blast. And it's gonna get a whopping extra 2k. Wow. So it's 13, 15 plus 6, 21 plus 8, 29. And then this is 10, oh no, it's 13, sorry. 13 plus 15, 28 plus 10. Oh no, what am I saying? 13, yeah, plus 15, 28 plus 10, 38 with crit. Yeah. Take one. Okay. And draw. Oh, I forgot. Nat Pro. Let's retire and bounce it. I figured the game was going to be over already, so and then this will, I guess, just die. Take one. Who? Power. Do we heal? Evens. If we roll even, we heal. Nope. Okay. Guard. Well, that stuff too. Okay. Stand and draw. Okay. All the swing by. Counterblast 1 to draw. Counterblast. Wait, actually, let's just double check. 1 as turn, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. So what we'll do is, yeah, we'll search. Counterblast 1. Search. That goes to hand. So this goes to hand. We'll play Wine Apro behind. We'll play here. It's fine. We'll keep Vanguard cute. So that we can put this guy in here. And then we'll call Vivacious and us turn. Okay. We're 4 energy. So let's do this. This is 13, 19, plus 8, 27. Insanely sad. Swing by, boosted by Vivacious. No Preciosas either, so no value out of her anymore. Besides drawing, I guess, and the extra power. So this is 13, 19, 27 again. Vivacious Girl goes into Soul. Choose one of my units, it gets an extra 10k. So I'm just going to give it here. Asturm attacks for 23. Restanding this for Energy Blast 4 down to 0. They both get an extra 15, so it's 38. Soul Blasting Asturm to restand the swing by. Go first, check. Second check. Draw trigger. Power over here, yes, and we'll draw. And then this is 38. Oh no, that's 29. That's 19 plus 15. 39. Okay. And then this is 13 plus 2, 15 plus 10, 25 plus 6, 31 plus 10, 41. Okay. Yeah, the numbers aren't great. Getting to the field is super messy as well. I think I need to really look at what look at the more how do I say it? I need to get some more intermediary pieces here. But yeah, that's been us term. So the numbers again, they're not insanely great. Maybe the dispatch cleaning order is making it a little bit worse, but right now again there isn't very much more that I can put in here. You could maybe make an argument for some of these other pieces, maybe putting the Bulbul Mines back, or even just having the Zinger Razors or something in here, because yeah, the numbers for this deck have never been great, or at least consistently great. And yeah, the Vivacious, it feels again like you need swing by, you need Vivacious to get this going. But yeah, let's just do the deck list. I've already gone over it, and I haven't changed anything since the beginning. But just for anyone who's catching this part of the stream and didn't get the beginning of this. But I'll go over it very quickly. I won't go in. I won't read word for word this time. All right, so for the grade 3s, it's our playset of Asu terms, and then 3 copies of Swing By. I do want to put in a 4th copy. Yeah, just to hit it more often. Don't know what I'm going to take out yet though. As for the grade 2s, of course, we have our Preciosas. Let me put it. I am not being organized. No. Okay, so 3 more copies of Asaturn, 3 copies of Swing By, 4 copies of Preciosa, 3 copies of Circle Acts of Dissociation Cephidautor. I'm just gonna go over the ability because he didn't come out a single time as a unit during the game. So when he's placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Us term in his card name, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 2 or greater card from among them, discard it, and shuffle the deck. When this unit is chosen by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Us term in his card name, Soul Blast 2. Choose up to 1 of your rear guards, and it gets 5k until end of turn for each grade 2 set order in your order zone. And then next we have Zinger Razor. When this unit is stood by the ability of your grade 3 or greater card with Asaturn in its card name, this unit gets 10k until end of turn. Then Combine Rusher. When this unit is placed, when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if you have an order, I cannot read. If you have 2 orders in your order zone, then it gets an extra 10k. Then from drop, when you play an order, you can call it to rear for a counterblast. Next are the grade 1s. So let me get this sorted out a little bit better. All right. So first we have Cinebrine Blade of the Forefront. Wynapro. She puts a grade 3 from drop into soul on call. And then at the end of the battle that she boosted, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you can retire her to, in this case, bounce a rear guard in front of her back to hand. Then next, we have 4 copies of Vivacious Girl. From drop, when you ride your Vanguard, then and you don't have a copy of her, you can Soul Blast 1 to call her to rear. And if you did, then you energy charge 1. Sadly, I've not been able to activate this very much in testing, just because she just never shows up for some reason. And then the second ability, at the end of the battle that it boosted a unit with Swing By in its card name, put this unit into soul, choose up to 1 armor supply vehicle Preciosa from your hand or drop, put it into the order zone, choose 1 of your units, and it gets 2k until end of turn for each order in your order zone. If you put a card from hand, you draw a card. Really, really good card. Just no way to search her out right now. So, again, you need her. You need Swing By turn 3 to have any chance of starting a Preciosa ramp and not having to use all of your counterblast just to get the 4 of them into your order zone. Then next we got 3 light armed gun battlers. He puts an Asterm from drop into the bottom of your deck. You search top 5 for a Swing By, add it to hand. Then if you add something to hand off of the search, then you discard 1. And he gets 2k. Then we've got our 4 dispatch 3 Sisters of Cleaning. During your turn, all of your front row units get 2k. And then our Sentinels, our PGs here. Just put this here. And then as for triggers, we are running I believe it's just crits and draws. I should be running fronts in this, honestly. I think we do need to run some fronts. Just because one lane always gets, right now at least, always gets neglected and is very sad. It's like the 3-headed dragon meme where one of the heads are just goofy, and I feel like that's the Swing By lane. So I really need to fix that. Okay, but yes, it looks like, yes, we have 6 crit, 5 draw, our heals, and then the old Baria is in here as a placeholder. But obviously, I think Eldo Breath is probably the best way to go. Just because you can give your entire front row an extra crit, and it will all restand. So that is it for Asaterm. I really was hoping for some better test results here, but I guess we're just gonna have to edit the deck a little bit more before we get there. But anyway, everybody, I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, whatever it is that you're going to be doing today. Hope you have a good time doing it. And don't forget to like and sub if you had fun watching me slowly lose my mind to my decks just not working the way that I intended them to work. But anyway, guys, um, some news. The channel's website is almost ready. I have been trying to get just a little bit of content on it before before making it public, just so that there's actually, you know, something to do on it if you guys have any time. So far it's mostly just going to be some small merch pieces, as well as blogs for decks that I've done in the past and I'm currently working on and don't have the time to come out to the office and stream for. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Have a good one. Peace.